We're here with Rob Rowley, the Director of Maricopa County Emergency Management, our annual Reception and Care Center exercise. Rob, what's the purpose of the Reception and Care Center?
The purpose of the Reception and Care Center, or the RCC, is in the unlikely event that we've got to do an evacuation within the 10-mile emergency planning zone, which is a 10-mile radius around the Palo Verde generating station. Should we ever have to do an evacuation in there as a result of something happening at Palo Verde, the RCC is the first place evacuees need to go when they're evacuated. It's generally the place where they're going to get all the initial information regarding why they were evacuated, and it provides initial services to evacuees in that scenario.
So in the event of an incident, who's supposed to go to the Reception and Care Center?
Right, so again, every nuclear power plant in the United States, as part of the Radiological Emergency Preparedness Program, has a 10-mile emergency planning zone radius around the plant. And so if there needs to be an evacuation, within that emergency planning zone, or EPZ, then the people that live within there are notified, and those are the folks that go to the RCC.
Why can't I just go to a shelter?
Why can't you just go to a shelter? So you got to think of why you're being evacuated if you lived within the 10-mile EPZ. So we're talking about a potential radiological event, which could result in radiological contamination. If you just went to a shelter, you might not know that you've been contaminated, and as a result, you could bring that contamination into the shelter. So the first thing that happens at an RCC is you go through radiation detection. That determines if you've got any contamination on you. And if you do, then we have the resources here to run you and your pets through the whole decontamination process if you happen to bring pets with you.
What about my kids? They're at school. What happens to them?
Right, so what happens to your kids during an evacuation? Well, if the school that they are attending happens to be within the 10-mile emergency planning zone, and it happens to be the part of the planning zone that's getting evacuated, then all of the students are taken to a reception center. And the reception center is where they are held in an area outside of the danger area and accounted for and kept safe until the parent or guardian can go to the reception center and pick them up.